So the first question that we will go ahead and start off with is, what was your favorite part of the new actor blueprint?
You mean besides everything? Um, my favorite part, I think, was going through the reels and the self tapes. It was so eye-opening to learn how to do that. It was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Self tapes are 100% of the auditions that we're doing nowadays. So I'm glad that you found value from focusing on the self tapes, and that's just one of those skills that as actors um we are just keep improving and we keep practicing. Because it's so essential in our career. The second question that I had for you is, what changes have you noticed in your approach to auditions and self tapes since completing this course?
I am 100% more confident
Mm,
in what I'm doing and in being on camera. Before taking this course, I was scared to death.
yeah.
Um, and I didn't realize that there was so many nuances to self tapes. But it's really a whole process in itself.
Yeah.
Um, it's really pretty amazing. And without this course, I would never have known all of that. So I'm a lot more confident in approaching auditions.
I'm glad you're more confident when it comes to approaching auditions, because really those auditions, once we get those opportunities, whether it's self-submitted or agent submitted, that's the only thing standing between us and being on set is that audition. So the
Hmm.
more that we're comfortable with approaching those auditions, the better. I have a question about the community aspect of the program. How has the community and the group coaching aspect of the program impacted your journey?
I love that. It has been so just, it's been so great to be a part of such a small community that is so supportive. Even now, like getting messages and being able to, offer my help or being able to reach out and get help from one of the other members in the class. It's been incredible. Just the support and the feeling of, like you said,
Yeah.
community. I love it. I love it.
Community has always been so important for me as an actor, and I could not have made it this far in this journey without community. Just having people to support me, whether it's, having somebody be a reader for a self-tape, to run
Hmm.
lines, or just be there and say, keep going. That just makes all the difference. So I'm glad that you found value in that community.
Oh, tons of it. And being able to cheer each other on
Mhm.
too, like, and celebrate each other's wins and, just have someone who knows what you're going through.
Right.
It's, you can't place a price on that.
Exactly. Now, my next question is, how do you feel now compared to when you first started the program?
I feel like this is like actually a possibility. You know, I know that there is so much hard work that goes into having a career and,
Yeah.
you know, so many people, like the percentage of having a career of people that actually make it is so small.
Hmm.
But with this class and with this program, I feel like I have a leg up on the competition. Um, I have a chance, and that's incredible. Um, I don't think people realize that this this program is just it's going to give you a leg up. It gives you something that nobody else can provide.
Hmm. Yeah, this and the more we can separate ourselves from the competition in this industry, the better. Whether it's when it comes to self tapes or when it comes to just our materials, all those little touch points make all the difference when we're competing for a role and when we're trying to get in front of casting directors or agents.
Hmm.
If you could describe your experience with the new actor blueprint to someone considering joining, how would you sum it up?
I would say just do it. That it is so worth it. Just do it. Um, don't stop to question,
Mhm.
don't think about it. Um, you are going to get in there and you are going to find yourself like, you know, you may be able to find some of this material online, but it's going to take you hundreds of hours, searching for it. And then you may not even know if you're finding the right material, if it's accurate, if it's not. Learning from you has been a godsend because you're in the industry. You know what's right, what's wrong. You're telling the truth.
Yeah.
Um, and somebody who's just looking it up, they're not going to be able to find that. I
So
mean,
many different
maybe.
resources.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It's priceless.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Yeah, it's so many different things online, so many places to go, so many different schools of thought, but a lot of the information, you're like, who created this information? Are
Hmm.
they currently working? Are they currently a working actor? So that's why I tried my best to just pack this full with the real life experiences and the real life lessons that I use and the things that I use every day. And that's why I was telling you, like, along your journey, I was like, I just did the same thing y'all did last week.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
this is real time information and real time techniques.
Yeah.
And now
And
for you, go ahead.
I was just say, and having you walk alongside us and do that, that was so cool too, because, you know, that means that you're not out there above us,
Hmm.
you're walking right alongside of us, helping us out and doing the same
Yeah.
thing. So that shows that your techniques do work.
Yep. We're all in the same community. We're all actors,
Yes.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And so, in terms of your journey, Jaimie, what is next for you? What's next for you? What do you have uh, in your future planned? And also, what have you learned from the program that you'll be applying moving forward?
So I'm going to break that down a little bit. What's next in my immediate future is to start getting more auditions and booking those so I can create my own reel, which
Hmm.
is going to be super important when it comes to getting an agent.
Yeah.
So that's next on my short list of goals to do. Um, and then as far as like my future goals, obviously, finding a co-star role or a recurring role, that would be just awesome.
Yeah.
That would be great.
And how do you
And
plan to use what you've learned in the program moving forward?
I'm already using it. So like I already have like my materials laid out exactly the way they need to be, as far as finding um, you know, agents and booking those auditions, using those self-tape techniques. I'm already using all of that, and that's directly attributable to your program, using every single one of those techniques, from the headshots to making sure that they are right in line the way they need to be. It's funny because I'll look at, some of the other actor groups online and people post videos of themselves doing like a monologue, or they'll say, hey, this is my new headshot. And I can now look at that and say, that's a good headshot, or
Hmm.
that's a great self tape, or
Hmm.
that could use a little bit of work. And I feel like I have become a little bit of an expert in looking at that and knowing, what's going to catch somebody's eye and what's not. So now it's up to me to put in the work.
Exactly. Yep. Your eye is trained and your eye is primed, ready to go. If we
Hmm.
have any live questions before we head out, go ahead and drop it in the chat for Jaimie about her experience and what's next in store for her. Okay, go ahead and drop it in the chat. We will give you a couple seconds before we head out. I just wanted to let you know, Jaimie, I'm so excited for you. And I had so much fun during our sessions.
Hmm.
And I just know that, the once you apply this to your everyday life, that the things that you put on your list of goals, you're going to just start knocking those things out, and you have the blueprint in front of you.
Yes.
So you don't ever have to wonder about what to do next. It's all about just following that blueprint. So I'm so excited for you.
And thank you. I mean, I could not have done this without this class.
Of course. And I'm here for you, and your whole community is here for you. And we'll all be
Yes.
cheering you on. We do have one question from Nani. She says, do yourself, what genre do yourself playing in the most? Well, I believe, what genre do you see yourself playing in the most, Jaimie?
Um, I found that my type tends to be like strong and intense, kind of like that bitchy kind of character, the one that everybody loves to hate, that kind of personality.
Everybody hates Jaimie.
Yeah.
Everybody loves to hate Jaimie.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, if we have any more questions, we are going to let Jaimie go. And again, thank you so much, Jaimie. And I can't wait to start with you in our next class, Self Tape
Yes.
Mastery, on October 5th. And just contact me if you have any questions in the meantime.
Thank you so much. Like I said, this program has been a godsend, and I am so excited for the next class that comes in, so that they can just get a taste of what I've gotten. It really is. It's like a steroid shot in the arm for a career. It's amazing. So thank you
I'm
very
excited too.
much.
You're welcome, Jaimie. And I'll see you soon.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Of course.
Bye
Bye bye.
bye.